We back. It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boston Clinic and more. We on the horizon of a very big fight week. Not only do you have the Brooklyn Barclays Center card with Adrian the Problem Broner taking on Jesse Vargas, with Jamal Charlo taking on Hugo Centennial Jr. for the interim title, WC title that Triple G holds at middleweight. You also have the turn of Gervonta Tank Davis. And also have Amir Khan taking on Philip Greco this Saturday as well on the ESPN Plus app. You know, where all the great pound-for-pound champions like Terrence Crawford fight at. 1 second. My bad. Fucking, for some reason, YouTube Live don't work with my damn Wi-Fi in my basement. Anywhere else, it pretty much work. But yeah, we talk about Triple G resume, man. A lot of people, want to throw shots in the comment section. This is your perfect time to ask questions, and I mean, it don't take a rocket scientist to go look at this dude's resume, which I won't probably be longer than 20, 30 minutes. It ain't going to be a full hour. I was going to double back with another live stream, but NBA playoffs so good, can't turn around. What's going on, Quan? Can't turn away. So we going to sneak this in before Brian get on. But, yeah, man. I mean, it's simple to look at this dude's career, which is much of a mirage to a lot of fans. You can look at it like, all right, who did he beat for his world championship fight title? For one, he won an interim WBA title a while ago. Then he got converted to a regular WBA title. The two guys that he beat, terrible, shitty records. Been knocked out eight. One of the guys been knocked out 8 times. The other guy was like 11 and something. I can't remember, but it was a horrible lopsided record. I mean, he didn't come in being the super WBA title. I think this is before they came up with 2 belts. So he's just a regular WBA title, which is the super now, to be honest. But yeah, you look at it, he won that one, and then the IBF title. David Lemieux fought Nadam for that title. I mean, I don't look at Nadam or David Lemieux as world beaters. Like I said before, Marco Antonio Rubio stopped David Lemieux, and then Triple G beat David Lemieux. I mean, I don't look at David Lemieux as an elite or world title or world champion type of fighter. And when you say title holder and champion, it's a difference in my opinion. A title holder is just one guy that holds a title in a division. A world champion is at least 1 or 2 people that's the best at the division. Or if it's undecided between 3 guys or 2 guys, then okay, I can see you call him a champion until it's proven. But a title holder is just, he's not the best at the division. A world champion is probably one of the best at the division or the best most of the time. You just hold a title, you're just a paper champion, in my opinion, until proven otherwise. And then he was handed the WBC title. Canelo was going through the lawsuit with All-Star Boxing. And, the WBC, was trying to force him to negotiate with Triple G. He gave the belt back to the WBC. The WBC gave the belt to Triple G. He didn't throw one punch for that belt. So, I mean, right there, with under 3 minutes and 30 seconds, I just explained how this dude's resume was a fraud. Then they come over to America. They beat Prosca. They beat Rosado. Say we fight anybody from 154 to 175. Okay? What's going on, Amir? They beat anybody from 154 to 175. All right. Then they changed it to 154 to 168. Then he comes back and say, okay, I fight Pacquiao at 154. I fight Mayweather at 154. But I want to fight Canelo, but nowhere at middleweight. But then he turns around and asks Andre Ward to come down from 168 to 165 and 164.5. So right there, he's a hypocrite right there. And he says he fight anybody. Oh, I fight Chavez Jr. at super middleweight, right? Didn't he say that? I fight Crawford at super middleweight, but not Andre Ward. I need to catch weight. But didn't he clown down the line, didn't he clown Andre Ward for not fighting? Didn't he clown Canelo Alvarez for catch weight fights? Come on, didn't he clown? Oh, no. Funny business. Need to fight me at 160 right now, and all that. But when Andre Ward was trying to fight you, when you was trying to climb up to fight Chavez Jr. and Carl Froch at 168, it was, oh, no, I'm not ready for Andre Ward. No, big drama show, stay at 160. Okay, man, right there. I'm proving this shit under 10 minutes, man. Look who he fought. Prosca, what has he done? What's good? Prosca, what has he done? What's up, Blackheart? What has he done? I mean, what have the guys that he beaten done after he fought him? Look at it that way. Prosca ain't do shit before and after. Rosado ain't do shit but getting a punching bag. David Lemieux whooped that ass. You know, Ishida, he petitioned to the China or Japan board of boxing, whatever, to go up to heavyweight. I don't know what's going on with him. He ain't did shit but stop James Kirkland without Ann Wolf, which ain't that hard. Adamo was coming off a win before he fought Triple G, where a guy was like 22-37 or some dumb shit like that. He ain't never did shit. Curtis Stevenson, people act like that was a big fight. He ain't do shit but get whooped by Jesse Brinkley and Andre Dirrell and come down to 160. He wasn't even ranked into the top 15. They petitioned and paid for him to be ranked inside of the WBA sanction, just for them to sanction that belt. You feel me? Willie Monroe just had won the Boxino tournament at the end of Friday Night Fight, so that tells you all you need to know right there. You feel me? Matthew Mackin was old. Sergio Martinez beat that ass. He had a silver lining because he dropped Martinez, but at the end of the day, he ain't did shit since then. Martin Murray, that's a fight that I respect. I respect that win for Triple G. That's one of his toughest wins. I got a lot of respect for Martin Murray. You know, I'm probably forgetting some bums in between there too. What's going on, David? I'm probably forgetting some guys in between there too, but them motherfuckers don't matter. Shout out to the super chat from David. Then you go on and say, okay, Kell Brooker welterweight. Anytime somebody say a guy jumping up 2 weight classes, you know, who ain't really did shit in his division, you know, but he beat Sean Porter. You know, anytime somebody jump up 2 weight classes and say that's the hardest fight of your career. How the fuck in a welterweight, jumping up 2 weight classes, not move up to 54, then move up to 60, who jumped up 2 weight classes, how is that the hardest fight of your career? That shows you that his career was indicative of bullshit. It represented nothing but smoke and mirrors. He was match made perfectly. That's one thing K2 and Golovkin and whoever his other promoter was coming in before he got to K2, they match made him perfectly. These is not lies. This is factual I'm speaking. This is real facts. Okay? And then you say Danny Jacobs. The only reason he fought Danny Jacobs was Danny Jacobs had a reputation for being chinny. And at the end of the day, Triple G said, you know, if he a good boxer, if he boxed me, I know at the end of the day all I gotta do is land this bomb. You know, I'll get to that question in a minute. You know, I can knock him out. Then Canelo was his ultimate goal. That was the height of his boxing career. I think that was his main goal in boxing. His main goal wasn't to be a Hall of Famer. His main goal wasn't to be undisputed, because he could have been undisputed. We can speak on that in a minute. His main goal wasn't to get an Apple deal or a Jordan deal. His main deal was to get a super fight with Canelo Alvarez. You know, and then when he had the super fight with Canelo Alvarez, he came up short. Even though Canelo probably was juicing, though. But at the end of the day, you came up short. You know, you lost. It was a double whammy because you let Oscar De La Hoya dictate what you was going to do. You should have fought Billy Joe in June. You would have beat him, become undisputed. So why Oscar De La Hoya telling K2 and Golovkin that if you guys fight Billy Joe Saunders, I don't know, my connection going bad, but if you guys fight Billy Joe Saunders, no Canelo fight, what Canelo gonna do? He's just gonna be the ring belt champion. You feel me? He's just gonna be ring belt champion. You know, if he'd have fought Billy Joe Saunders, he'd have had every belt. So Canelo wouldn't have had to come see him. Plus, that would have put extra money in your pocket. Canelo wasn't going back to 154. Canelo wasn't going back to 168. If Triple G would have just bitch slapped Oscar, fought Billy Joe Saunders, he still got the Canelo fight. But look at the position he is in now. He got the Canelo fight, came up short, not going to be undisputed. The IBF about to strip him if he fight Vanez. So undisputed is out the way. You know, at the end of the day, you still drew with Canelo. People going to be crazy enough to think he wasn't cheating. So at the end of the day, your career is a big failure right now. Because you was managed wrong. You wasn't managed wrong. You know, your career was managed wrong as far as the De La Hoya Canelo situation. But he was match made perfectly, dude. You know, he made sure he came in the middleweight division, came over to America when there was nobody there of threat. When Sergio Martinez was down to one leg, he made it sound good though, didn't he? You know, I'm ready to fight Sergio Martinez. We all see he got one leg. Martin Murray beat him in Argentina. We seen it. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. People say, oh, like this comment right here. I'm pretty sure it's a negative comment. You in love with Triple G, talk about adding. You know, at the end of the day, anybody in love with Triple G, it's y'all dudes, you know, who can't fathom that this nigga is a fucking fraud. You know? What's his name? Victor, whatever. I mean, it's always some Spanish faggots motherfuckers, dog. With a little picture with some eyeliner on and shit like that, man. Keep it for my real Spanish fans, man. Don't come up with that fake shit. Because ain't no real Mexican Spanish fan a real fan of Triple G. Real Mexican fans know who the real motherfuckers is. Fuck out of here. I heard Water made a comment. I'm going to make one last Water Joshua video. I'm done with it. Until it's made or it's for a while. But at the end of the day, though, at the end of the day, this dude's career is a joke. Real shit, I'm not lying, dog. I said this shit when I first started this channel. I did a video. Niggas get mad. They getting touchy-feely. They want to be the first ones to say Earl Smith ain't did nothing. Oh, Deontay Wilder ain't did nothing. Oh, this guy ain't did nothing. You know, at the end of the day, them motherfuckers in their 20s or their early 30s. This nigga Triple G is closer to 40 than 30. He 36. So anybody knowing about the scale, what you closer to, he closer to 40. How's you 36 and you haven't won a marquee fight? How's you 36? You haven't done nothing. You haven't moved up. You ain't the best. They talking about he the best. How you the best and you didn't fight Andre Ward and you had an opportunity to? And when it come down to Andre Ward, it's all about money and numbers, right? You know, he been pumping smoke for years saying people were scared to fight him. Because he wasn't paying nobody. He was lowballing people. Every day. He was lowballing people. People can't understand that shit, dog. People hate when you expose motherfuckers. I'm going to continue to expose him. Saying people turn, oh, Earl Spence ain't did it. At least Earl Spence want to fight somebody. Triple G ain't want to fight nobody. Not Andre Ward. You feel me? He don't want to fight Andre Ward. He don't want to fight Charlo. He don't want to fight Billy Joe Saunders, now that he back. You know, he don't want to fight Danny Jacobs again, now that he know he ain't got no chin. Now he know he got a chin. You motherfuckers don't want to fight nobody, dog. The 3 belts he holding, he didn't earn them. He didn't slave for them. He didn't sweat for them. Shit, WC, he didn't throw a punch for it. WBC, we be crooks. Most terrible sanctioned belt body ever, under the sun. They have no morals, no strict laws, no strict rules, whatever you want to call them. They a joke. There's no way Golovkin should be holding a WBC title that was given to him. He didn't have to throw a punch for it, and he has yet to fight in mandatory. Period. If you want to make Canelo the mandatory and jump him and replace Canelo back up there, okay, call it a mandatory. But Canelo ain't the mandatory. You feel me? He ain't. He ain't. What do Triple G do? Triple G ain't. He ain't did shit. You think Triple G right now go to super middleweight, dog, and tangle with Ramirez, Benavidez, or any of them dudes not from the UK? Fuck no. He not trying to tangle with nobody. He not trying to fight. He in it for the money. For y'all years, y'all guys, or Mayweather don't fight for box for the love of box. He fight for the money. Well, you need to be saying the same shit about Triple G because he fighting for a check. Because his career is a fucking joke. Call him a Hall of Famer you will. Fuck that. He ain't no Hall of Famer. What classical fight has Triple G got out there? Because Canelo and Triple G, that wasn't a classic fight. That wasn't a classic fight at all. Classic fight is Mugabe and Hagler. Hagler Hearns. You know, shit. A lot of classical fights. You can say, oh, Floyd ain't got no classics either. Yeah, when you making $100 million a fight, that shit, that's a classic. That's a fucking financial classic right there. That's financial business 101. You making that money. Say what you want to say. This dude Triple G career is a joke. I just explained it. You can't even pick 3 people off his resume that's a Hall of Famer right now. You can't even pick one. Call Canelo a Hall of Famer? I don't think so. Even if he proves to be clean. All his big fights could have went the other way. Trout could have went either way. Lara could have went either way. Mayweather, we know the way that went, but we know CJ Ross, you know, whatever, or LA Bird, whoever that was. Canelo, then Triple G. He was probably juicing. Simple. Simple as that, dog. Danny Jacobs, y'all want to be real? Who was he beating? He beat Peter Quillin when Quillin was a part-time fighter. Quillin wasn't at his best. Or am I lying? Am I lying, y'all? Was Quillin at his best versus Danny Jacobs? Didn't he take time off and then when he coming off a draw with Andy Lee? Or didn't Gabriel Rosado was whooping on his ass too? Or am I tripping? Didn't Sergio Mora knock down Danny Jacobs? So you telling me Peter Quillin's Danny Jacobs' best win? Danny Jacobs has never been a real world champion. He been a regular WBA title holder. You feel me? He been a WBA title holder. Not even the Super WBA channel. He was a title holder. A regular WBA title holder. Kell Brook, he beat Sean Porter. Shit. That's all he done in his career. He was a welterweight. Come on. So who is these marquee fights that Triple G has fought? Who has he fought? Who has he beat? Who has he compromised with? Triple K2 been lowballing people for years. And that's probably the major reason why Triple G ain't stepped up in competition. And they know They know that nigga been exposed. Kell Brook exposed that motherfucker. And when he exposed them, everybody got brave and wanted to fight him. I don't even think anybody was ever scared to fight Triple G. I just think it was the financial reasons, period. They wasn't paying nobody. This nigga talking about, somebody saying, oh, he sell out stadium. What the fuck is he sold out without Triple G, without Canelo? Because he barely was selling out the Madison Square Theater Room. And they probably was giving tickets away to sell that bitch out. He ain't selling out Madison Square Garden. He ain't selling out the Staples. He couldn't sell out Vegas without Canelo. He ain't gonna sell out the StubHub Center. Period. Period. And anybody rationalize and giving me a good reason why violence is a good opponent, you a cocksucker. Period. Your daddy should have wore a rubber. Let's get to some of these questions, man. I don't see why Triple G just don't fight Saunders in June for Undisputed. Who cares if you lose? At least you tried to be great. He care if he lose. What's up, Mr. Yak Factor? He said, I gotta get to your video. I just keep forgetting. I'm gonna get to that request as soon as possible. But he cares if he loses. Because if he loses to Saunders in June, now Saunders is looking like a live body again. And he got some motivation to box. If he loses to Saunders, the Triple G and Canelo 2 rematch, it plummets. It has no value no more. Triple G, though, he doesn't want to unify with Billy Joe Saunders. He doesn't want to fight his mandatory. He's willing to get stripped to avoid his mandatory. Exactly. In his mandatory, he got 12 fucking fights in Sergey Shevchenko. 12 fights and 10 knockouts. And he from the Ukraine, so he from Europe too. I know Kazakhstan is on the border between Europe and Asia. That's from what I understand, if I'm right. Come on. And then don't make it no worse. He comes out in an interview, says, or whatever press article I did, oh, I'm ready for anybody. Big drama show. If you're ready for anybody, shit, fight Shevchenko. He got 12 fights. He on short notice too. His career is on short notice. You feel me? He got 12 fights. He taking this on short number of fights. You feel me? But it is what it is. Triple G was given all the belts and now hold them high. Yes, he was given every belt. David Lemieux David Lemieux is not a world champion elite fighter, bro. He not an elite fighter, dog. Anytime Marco Antonio Rubio knock you out, man, suck my dick, man. For real shit. If he retired, he gonna be overrated. Hell yeah. His career wasn't shit. He ain't beat nobody. Fuck out of here. Hell yeah, his career is overrated. Floyd's a champion 5-weight class. Triple G. Right, I can see. And then people be like, well, Marvin Hagler never did it. I can agree. Marvin Hagler was commendated many times for Duran, Leonard, Hearns, all moved up to fight him. It is what it is, but Marvin Hagler wasn't handed anything. He wasn't perfectly match made. That's what they leave out. Marvin Hagler fought some of the toughest motherfuckers on the East Coast that other guys didn't want to fight. He took the hard way. He took the hard way. It wasn't no Millie Monroe's and fucking not Willie Monroe's and Ishidas and Adamas to make your record padded. His record straight padded. Straight padded. And when he fought a real middleweight and Danny Jacobs, that was a legit middleweight, he couldn't stop nobody no more. He fought Canelo, a guy who historically had stamina issues. He couldn't stop him, juiced up or not. Who knows how long he been juicing. HBO obviously be trying to create stars. Exactly. They've been trying to create stars. It's not even they trying to create stars no more. They just throwing anything together. So here, take it. Any fight together here, take it. This shit getting terrible. You feel me? Shit getting terrible as fuck with HBO. They got some shitty ass fight. Do I like Danny Jacobs versus Lucky? Yeah, I like that fight. Because I'd be a hypocrite if I said I didn't. Because I think Jamal Charlo Hugo Centennial Jr. is a solid fight. But Salucky knocked out Hugo Centennial Jr. Salucky is undefeated. That's a solid fight. Danny Jacobs going to take two O's in a row. Luis Arias, and he's going to be looking to take Salucky fight. O in a row. I can take it. But as far as the HBO standard, if that's one of your best fights, if that's your best main event this year for HBO, that's sad, bro. Yeah, I know you backed up with videos, but I hope Triple G gets stripped soon. Him and Thurman need to be stripped, but that's another convo. Exactly. And people say, well, the LDBC and black fans, they're taking hard on Triple G. Nobody taking hard. We get the same stance on Keith Thurman. Now, he a motherfucker brother too. Daddy black as me, darker than me. He a brother too. We call for him to be stripped too. The fuck you mean? Plenty of the brothers like Lomachenko. I like Lomachenko. I picked him to be Rigo. I don't think it was comparable. The fuck you mean? Y'all just hate Anthony Joshua. Nobody hate Anthony Joshua. We just see bullshit. the same glasses y'all look through every day ain't the same glasses we look through every day. A lot of people out there look at the world different than some of the brothers in the LDBC and the brothers with the other channels. Y'all look at the world different. I'm in on this. Y'all look at it different. And how I say, in y'all world, y'all look at everything roses, everything go y'all way, everything is real verse towards y'all and for y'all to be successful. The brothers can see the bullshit. When you get to 25 on up, or maybe a little bit older, you can read through bullshit. Even in Braille, you can read the bullshit. So we can read bullshit. Body language, logistics, all that shit. You can read all that shit. And Anthony Joshua's body language, because when you grow up in the hood, you know body language. You know when a nigga bullshitting you and a nigga not. You know how you go buy a car, you go buy something. You know how to talk a nigga down and bargain. Most motherfuckers, average motherfuckers just pay the nigga and won't bargain. You could have bargained him down a couple hundred and got the whip. Brothers know how to maneuver and how to finesse. Is it always a good thing? Not really. But at the end of the day, you can read the bullshit through Anthony Joshua pores, dog. That motherfucker don't want no smoke at all. At all. Same thing with Triple G. Don't want no smoke, man. Would a Jamal Charlo fight be a classic, historical win for him? No. But at least you fought somebody that's young and up and coming. Same thing for Danny Jacobs. Would a rematch of Danny Jacobs be a good fight for you? No. But a good gauge to tell, I'm in on this, a good gauge of telling how good a guy is when you beat him and what he goes on to do. Like Lomachenko beat Gary Russell. Gary Russell went on to do solid things at this career, still doing great things. When you beat somebody, you never hear from him again, he ain't that good. Or if he get to the point, if he did a lot of things coming up to the point you fought him, that's good. Because then you getting your just do on the front end. But if you beat a guy and then on the back end he do good, that just make your win look just that much better. Same thing with Canelo and Floyd. Why do you think you don't never hear Floyd bash Canelo? Because whatever Canelo does now, what's going on? Whatever Canelo does, from after he did, make Floyd look that much better in that win in Canelo. Period. For the Canelo win, whatever Canelo goes on to do great, it makes Floyd look that much better and his resume look that much better. Even though Floyd know Canelo was juicing, he knows that shit, bro. He knows. But he not going to shit on him. Triple G won his first belt against Nunes' record was 21-1, but 16 of those wins were against fighters who never won a single pro fight. He was set up to be a fraud. Yeah, I was looking at that, man. I didn't get into the whole gist of his thing, but that was an interim title belt too. When he fought the Nunes guy, that was an interim title belt. I think that belt turned into a regular WBA title belt. I have to click the box rec history on the WBA on how that turned into the regular WBA belt. So that was an interim title belt. What's crazy is that Triple G can fight and will win or put up a great show which fight. Yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, for Triple G, it's all about not messing the payday up with Canelo. You remember, I was the first one telling y'all guys that Oscar was talking about a third fight before the second fight even happened. They was already trying to sell a trilogy before the second fight even happened. So at the end of the day, that was just karma. That was karma. Were you trying to sell a trilogy before you even had the rematch? That's just God coming down saying no. And then, Oscar got his own issues with Instagram models and kitchen utensils and nasty things you can't believe with a kitchen utensil. And that's one of the reasons why Al Heyman and his investors tried to buy Golden Boy, because they know, just because we don't know certain things, they know what Oscar out there doing. Oscar is crazy, bro. He is. Oscar has a nasty sexual pedophile type mind. He need help. Period. When you can't stop, letting women and cocaine drive your life. Richard Schaefer had to let it go. Al Heyman had to let it go. People thought it was, Al Heyman's being the black devil and running his fighters' contracts out with Golden Boy. You can't have a big company and expect to be the #1 company in boxing when the CEO is sniffing coke and letting women ram him up somewhere you don't want to know. Why he got fishnets on and thongs on and they playing with him. They not giving, 2 women, 2 Instagram models with me and you on there. We know what we doing. I'm pitching. Oscar out there catching, bro. If y'all catch my drift. So, that's why they strayed away from Golden Boy. And not only are the Spanish fighters like Abner Mares talking bad about him, you got Eric Hunter who spoke bad about him. Nate Campbell came out and talked some stories about Golden Boy, about how racist they was, the racist emails. And you look at Bernard Hopkins, you wonder, how does that dude stand on 2 feet right next to Oscar De La Hoya? Only how he does that is he's in financial issues. He needs the money they're paying him. There's no loyalty in the world where a motherfucker throwing a nigga and black Hitler a nigga around the office, and I'm sitting there taking it like Bernard is. That's cool. He's a coon. I hate to say it, but it's just not that. Bernard Hopkins has been on record doing several things. The Breakfast Club interview about Floyd Mayweather, undercutting him right before the Conor McGregor fight. That's what they do. He out there fighting, Oscar battles, but will Oscar fight for him? If he came out there and said some racist shit to Mexican fighters or Mexican people, Oscar cut his ass like he fucking Dez Bryant last Friday. Or was it Friday or Saturday? For the Dallas Cowboys. He would. You gotta watch who you be loyal to. But at the end of the day, when you need that check, like Bernard probably need that check, Bernard wasn't fighting for legacy. Bernard probably needs some fucking money. You'll never know what these dudes into, man. Would I sign him Golden Boy? Fuck no. Not with no cocaine, catching motherfucker Oscar De La Hoya. I wonder what Canelo think about that shit, man. But what can he think right now? He a fucking cheater. Cheater. There's no two ways around that shit, man. But like I said, man, Golovkin was a Golden Boy employee because Oscar De La Hoya dictated his career. And Gary Spike O'Sullivan said they cut his purse in half, what they was talking about when he was first supposed to fight him. So I'm trying to tell you, they ain't been trying to pay people. They ain't been trying to pay nobody. They wanted that undefeated record. One of my dudes who son box, he said something. He said, we just trying to get to 20-0 because at the end of the day, HBO ain't gonna look at the 20 fighters you fought. They just gonna look at the record, say 20-0. And by the time we get to that level, we gonna be ready. Cause we're gonna do it in the gym and we're gonna do it in the ring. Even though we ain't fought nobody, we taking our lumps and our schoolings in the gym. And that's right. Long as your record look clean, you get to that level of contender, or you rank so high, these networks is happy to have you on, man. They're just happy to have you on. And if you end up doing big things, they have you on again and again. If you end up falling short, then, see you later. You weren't what we thought you was. Boxing is a good sport, but it's corrupt. But, like I said, man, the end on this Triple G, I've been told y'all that dude was a fraud. Been told y'all. But nobody wanted to listen. Everybody wanted to have, these guys don't want to fight them. Hey, fear don't make you a Hall of Famer. Fear don't make you pound for pound number one. Fear don't make you a world champion unless you getting handed a belt like Triple G. Fear don't do, because ultimately it's somebody you gonna hit and they gonna hit you back. And that's gonna ultimately tell you how good you are. Problem is, if you're too good, you won't get a fight. They ain't have shit to do with Triple G. They ain't have shit to do with him. It wasn't that he was too good. He wasn't paying nobody. They were selecting the fights they wanted him to have. Because if he was too good, Andre Ward would have declined and said, oh no, I don't want to fight Triple G. He too good. Period. If you too good, then you got to move up and find somebody. That's what makes you a pound for pound fighter. When you clean out a division, or you can't get fights in a division, what did Paul Williams do? He moved up. Nobody want to fight Paul Williams. He said 47 and just sit there and cry. No, he moved to 54. Triple G can get fights, and look, obviously he don't want to be undisputed. So that's not even, that can't even hold. You can't even hold that over his head. If he can find a fight there, shit, go ahead and move up and fight Gilberto Ramirez. He's a Spanish fighter. Oh yeah, I agree with that. I'm talking about your friend. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You move up and find competition. So because Triple G moved to 68, fuck yeah, but who gonna bring him money there? I feel him on that. He want checks. He want money. But then you gotta get on your grind and fight 4 times a year then again. But he can't do that because Oscar De La Hoya is promoting him from the outside, basically. He still got Triple G by the balls. Like it or not. Triple G his career is being dictated on when Canelo Alvarez and him fight again. He's still waiting on that payday. And I believe after they fight as many times as they want to fight, I don't think he's gonna fight no more. Because 168, it's a lot of boogeyman up there, bro. It's a lot of boogeyman up there. And by the time he get ready to move up to there, they gonna be legit fighters. You know, legit hardcore fighters. You know, you look at Ukazi, DeGale. I think Ukazi gonna take over to beat DeGale in my opinion. He a tough fight. Ramirez a tough fight. Benavidez a tough fight. Caleb Plant can, if he develops, he could be a tough fight. There's a lot of tough fights up there, man. You know, at 50, can he make 54? I mean, shit. You know, if he make 54, Hurd is a tough fight for him again. Box ranking is on a they got a special type of system they rank fighters on. So they don't rank them like we rank them. It's like an algorithm to how they rank their fighters. So I know a lot of time people laugh at their rankings, but it's an algorithm to it. It's something they do. So it's not nothing I live on, but I understand the algorithm they got going on with it. So it's the way they rank fighters. So it ain't something that I would show a casual and say, oh, Jeff Horn is ranked 8 in the pound for pound box rec rankings. Fuck no. You know, but I'm gonna do. I was doing a live stream tonight, but I got a lot of things to do. So I'm gonna do my one last Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua video into A, the fight is made officially. B, a long time has passed down before it been talked about, and Anthony Joshua will be on some bullshit. Or anything else that catastrophically happens for that fight not to happen. Other than this, right now I'm closing the book on it. This is my last Wilder, Anthony Joshua video. I was gonna make it a live stream, but I don't have the time today. Also, Broner Vargas prediction coming up. I'm gonna do a Charlo Hugo, and I might do a Gervonta Tank Davis all breakdown prediction. You know, won't be all Monday. It'll probably be through the week, but the Broner one will be definitely tomorrow. You know, Mirkan Filo Greco, we can talk about that. Whatever else the Boxing Day may bring. If you have some questions, I answer the questions now before I see what's going on. Because the Bucks and the Celtics, that was a wonderful basketball game I was watching upstairs. We'll watch it down here, but fuck that. Don't have any more questions. But other than that, shit, it's real trill boxing talk, man. Like I said, I'm going to keep bringing the great videos, man, and bringing that heat. But we could talk one more minute, man. I got one more minute about Joshua and Wilder, Brian Custer. Shout out to Boxing Ego, big bro. Look up to him. Great channel. You know, with big channels like that, either people gonna like it, hate it, or love it. And I've been riding with the homie for a while. You know, he said Brian Custer said I heard Wilder offered. I answer that question. I did a video on that, but Brian Custer said that he heard that Wilder countered Joshua, and Wilder even liked the little Instagram thing post he made. He said he offered him for Vegas and Wembley. You know, but at the end of the day, man, like my stance is, people say you a Wilder pro champ. I don't give a fuck about Wilder or Joshua. I just want to see it. And I think, you know, for somebody to say, oh, it's always people that don't get inside the ring that don't know. At the end of the day, I mean, you know, you can get inside the ring all you want. You can coach, you can box. We've seen sparring partners, fighters, trainers give some of the worst breakdown predictions and worst perspectives on boxing fights. Am I lying? You hear sparring partner, well, I see AB gonna outbeat me. I'm down. He's too smart. He can get in there and get fucked up. So you don't have to be in the ring or being entrenched. You know, you don't have to be entrenched in boxing to know. You know, especially the business side. You know, what they gonna do to Wilder is age him out, man. Wait for him to lose. In a minute, Wilder loses. To whoever it may be Chris Arreola, may it be Amir Mansour, may it be Charles Martin, may it be Dominic Brazil, may it be Dylan White. Whoever may be Wilder, which is no other division where the champions are as vulnerable as Joshua and Wilder is. You feel me? There's no other division where, you know, the champions both big champions of the division is vulnerable. Not only is they lack of skill, lack of experience, you know, and it's the heavyweight division where one punch can change the fight. So Joshua got an opportunity to be protected. He got judges, he got Eddie Hearn, he got the ref, all that. He gonna fight at home. You know, I remember watching, you know, Lucian Bute fight the Andrade cat. Not Demetrius Andrade, but the Andrade guy. This motherfucker got a 20 count in his hometown of Canada. Now, who remember that fight? When Bute got knocked out in his hometown, gave him a 20 count. You know, this is before the Badou and the James DeGale fights and shit like that. You feel me? He got a 20 count, bro. And I feel Joshua had that type of home court advantage as well. The chances of Joshua losing are lower than the chances of Wilder losing. Wilder losing is high. High. And Anthony Joshua's high too, but I think Joshua's are a lot lower because his how can I say it? His surroundings, his scenery is more controlled than Wilder's is. We see Al Heyman won't do the right thing with Wilder. Al Heyman sold, Charles Martin, $8.5 million to Eddie Hearn for Joshua to get the belt. Technically, Al Heyman is actually responsible for Anthony Joshua being as big as he is now. Honestly. Am I lying? Al Heyman delivered Charles Martin the IBF belt to Anthony Joshua. Remember, Charles Martin won that belt because the dude tore his ACL. You know what? If Al Heyman was a promoter and not an advisor, Al Heyman would have promoted Charles Martin to fight Deontay Wilder. And we got 2 belts. But Al Heyman sold that belt over to Joshua. Now, Al Heyman pretty much made Joshua big. He gave Joshua his first world title instead of feeding it to Deontay Wilder. And at the end of the day, we can preach on how good advisor manager Al Heyman is. His job is to protect and to serve. I agree, protect and serve his fighters. And like I said the other day, he did not. Earl said he wants Danny and Sean and Keith to fight Earl. He said he wants them to fight me, but he can't make them. He's their manager and advisor as well. Now it's becoming a conflict of interest. Now it's going to be fighters that say, you know what, Al Heyman, make that fucking fight happen with Keith Thurman and being Earl Spence. He can't make it happen. Motherfuckers going to start jumping ship on PBC. Why should Earl Spence, let his career dissolve because the little pussies don't want to fight him because Al Heyman want to protect him? When Al Heyman come to you, let's say you're a fighter, he give you 3 or 4 options and he tell you what you can make each 3 or 4 options. Can it be the main event, co-feature, or whatever it may be? These guys are happy what he paying. Now, if Al Heyman was to cut the pay, he said, this is all we going to pay for this fight. But we gonna give you $500,000 to fight fucking Rod Soccer, Danny Garcia, but you can make $3 or $4 million fighting Earl Spence. Until you start doing some shit like that, it ain't gonna change. You feel me? But like I said, Al Heyman is responsible for Anthony Joshua, or some responsibility for Anthony Joshua being as big as he is. But like somebody just said, so what he did, he got Martin payday. Yeah, he got Martin a payday. But at the end of the day, now you're negotiating with Deontay Wilder, okay? And you negotiating with a guy you made a champion. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, a promoter wouldn't have did that. A promoter would have Wilder's best interest. So you think fucking Eddie Hearn, if he had Charles Martin and let's just say he had Charles Martin and Deontay Wilder, you think Eddie Hearn would have fucking sold that belt to the competition? Fuck no. Fuck no. He would have sold that fucking belt right on to himself. He would have made an all-matchroom fight, Deontay Wilder and Charles Martin. But like I said, Al is an advisor and a manager. He not a promoter. So at the end of the day, y'all can pop smoke all y'all want to. Joshua don't want to fight. I can say that. He don't. Why would he? If you're doing $18, $20 million fights with bums, why would you want to go really fight a guy that's that tough? Like he said, I only got 21 fights. So, I don't really care about being undisputed. And like I said, not only does Anthony Joshua have the mind state of a mental midget, 90% of boxers have that mind. Prize fighters have that mindset. Hell yeah, he fighting, but ain't no heavyweight good. Only good heavyweights, dude. Look here, only good heavyweights. I give him Vladimir Klitschko. He was solid at the time. Only good heavyweights, dog, is tier 1 heavyweights. If Fury come back in shape, he good. Povetkin is okay. I don't know if he good off the Austrian or the fucking Melodonian. Wilder and Joshua. Every other heavyweight is not that good, bro. Miller, Parker. I told y'all he was a bum. All the rest of the motherfuckers. Drill Miller, Parker. Ortiz is a good fighter. I put him up there. He's a solid fighter. But the rest of them, they not good. Dylan White's not good. Yeah, I mentioned, what up, Vince? I mentioned Ortiz. He up there. But the rest of them motherfuckers, they not good. Like what y'all fail to understand is this, though. This is what y'all fail to understand. I'm not comparing these guys to what Klitschko was fighting. Now, if I'm comparing them guys when Klitschko was fighting Vladimir and Vitaly, okay, they pretty good. I'm comparing them to what I'm used to seeing from a heavyweight. I understand, who has Ortiz fought to be good? The eye test. That's what y'all fucking do with Terrence Crawford, the eye test. Obviously, Anthony Joshua ducked Luis Ortiz. Am I lying? I did videos on that bitch for a month straight. He ducked Luis Ortiz. So obviously he's something. Because Anthony Joshua didn't want to fight Luis Ortiz. He was trying to fight Brosworth Puev. So at the end of the day, Luis Ortiz beat the fuck out of Joseph Parker. I put bread on that. He beat the fuck out of Dylan White. He probably beat the fuck out of Povetkin too off the juice. And a lot of the people think he beat the fuck out of Anthony Joshua. Obviously, Anthony Joshua thought he would because Ortiz was signed a Matchroom, and Eddie Hearn wasn't trying to put Ortiz and Joshua together. I mean, you can say, well, I don't care what Joseph Parker fights, scared or not scared. You know? I don't care. But at the end of the day, like I said, dog, these heavyweights not good. I'm comparing heavyweights to what I used to see, to fucking Riddick Bowe, Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis. Those was good heavyweights. David Tua. You know, good solid heavyweights. Shit, these niggas not even Tommy Morrison. They not even Tommy Morrison. You know, I'm not trying to be funny, though. I'm not comparing these guys to the bums that the Klitschko's beat up for years. You feel me? I'm not comparing that shit, bro. I'm comparing them to real thoroughbred heavyweights, bro. The same standards I held the welterweights, the lightweights, the super welterweights, the junior middleweights, the middleweights, the same shit across the board. I hold everybody to the same standard, to the same fighters that I loved and like watching coming up. I'm not gonna discredit them, but their career's overrated as fuck. I like Vili. Vili was my dude. Vili really never lost other than to the shoulder injury he had with Chris Bird, I believe. Yeah, who did they dominate for 10 years though? The Ross Purities of the world and not the Klitschko? Corey Sanders? Samuel Peters? You feel me? Who did they dominate? I mean, the one fight Billy came up short versus Lennox Lewis in. You know? If he didn't have that cut, I think, you know, he probably would have beat Lennox though. But, you know, he had the cut. He showed a lot of heart. He made Lennox Lewis retire. Lennox said, I don't want no more of that shit. So Billy always had my respect. But the division they beat was weak. It's not their fault. You're right, it's not. But when you compare it to other motherfuckers' reign, it's nothing. It's not a comparison. But, you know, these heavyweights they starting to come back. I mean, top 10 heavyweights. I mean, if you think so. I mean, I can't tell you they not or not or is. I know you got Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, Joe Frazier, George Foreman, Larry Holmes, shit, and probably a whole bunch of motherfuckers I'm missing. You know, people say Jack Johnson. People love Marciano. I mean, that's 8 right there. 9, I think, right there I just counted. So, Holyfield was that nigga, though. Hell yeah, Holyfield was that nigga. I fuck with Holyfield. That motherfucker came with the light, fought once or twice at light heavyweight, you know, became undisputed champion at cruiserweight, right? And went to heavyweight, and he never backed down for Mike Tyson, though. If he would have fought Mike Tyson in the beginning, he would have whooped Mike Tyson's ass, too. You know, so you got a lot of different heavyweights, just that's off the top of my head, man. But, like I said, you got both in your top 10, but I don't think both. You know, they're both good fighters. You know, I'm not going to take it away. You never know. It's all hypotheticals. But like I said, this generation of heavyweights, everybody's vulnerable. They is. But like I said, Anthony Joshua don't want to fight. And he has great reason too. Like people just always listen to, you know, the beginning of the videos. So they take away the bullshit and spin their own words. I said from the beginning, if I was Anthony Joshua, I'm making $20 million fighting, you know, who gives a fuck? Why the fuck would I look down and fight Deontay Wilder? Okay, I might get $30, $40 million, but I can fight $20 million. I know I'm going to beat the Takam. I know I'm going to beat the Joseph Parker. I know I'm going to beat the Dylan White. And Deontay Wilder can end my money train just like that with one right hand. It's just honest. It's business. It's business. It's just business. You have to put yourself in his shoes to understand what he's going through. Do you really think he want to go to war with Deontay Wilder like he said? Fuck no. But like I said, man, I'm going to do one last video on that shit, man. And, you know, that's it, man. Wilder doesn't want the fight. So you can say he don't want the fight. At the end of the day, nobody wants a flat fee. Period. Did Triple G take a flat fee versus Canelo Alvarez? Can somebody answer that question? Wasn't y'all supporting Triple G for getting a percentage cut versus Canelo when Oscar and Alvarez kept offering him a flat fee of $12 to $15 million? Excuse me, where did y'all go? He said, you know, telling a dude should take a flat fee. Did you guys tell Triple G to take that flat fee? It don't fucking matter. Triple G wasn't bringing no pay-per-view to the table. You could say he had the belts or whatever the situation you want to say. He didn't bring shit to the table other than them 3 belts that he was given. He didn't bring nothing to the table. He didn't bring shit to the table. He didn't bring no fans, no pay-per-view. Nobody buying a pay-per-view because of Triple G. Obviously, we seen him do 150K pay-per-view with Danny Jacobs. Obviously, Canelo Alvarez did $1 million with Chavez Jr. pay-per-view before that fight. So who was actually the pool? Who needed who? Canelo gonna sell without Triple G regardless. Why do you only bring up the flat fee but don't bring up the fact that there was no date venue on that contract? See, everything is speculation. I don't know if it was a date or a venue, whatever the fuck it was. I just know that it was a flat fee. That's all the fuck I know. And I'm not taking no flat fee without knowing what the fight is guesstimated at. It was 100 million, 40 million, 60 million. Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? But at the end of the day, I mean, you got to call people bluff. And you don't call a bluff, what they going to do to Wilder is going to be criminal in people's minds. They got to wait till he loses and get old and look vulnerable, and they're going to rush that contract over to him. You know? But it is what it is. You know? I can see what they doing to him. You can see Crawford is going to be Spence. Okay. You can't, I mean, I don't know how you can say Crawford going to be Spence when we haven't seen Crawford at 47. What if Jeff Horn drops Crawford? And then what you going to say then? And I guarantee you going to hop your ass right on the Spence bandwagon. Wait till the motherfuckers fight. Wait till they fight. And if Crawford, you know, he gives great speed, great power still, and he can box, then he's going to be one hell of a fight. One hell of a fight. But let's see what he got first. Okay, you think he's going to walk through Horn. He's not going to walk through Horn. No, he's not. He's not going to walk through Horn. Nobody's walked through Horn. Randall Bailey is a 20-time, even at his old age, Randall Bailey is a 2 or 3 time bigger puncher than Crawford will be at welterweight. He couldn't hurt Jeff Horn. He dropped him. It was a balance shot, but he didn't hurt him. Y'all thinking Crawford gonna jump up and do what he did at the other fight? At the end of the day, with Crawford, who the fuck did he beat? And I'm saying that for real. Who did he beat? Can somebody explain that to me? Who did he beat? Who did he beat that will beat Jeff Horn? Felix Diaz will not beat Jeff Horn. I'll tell you that. Hank Lundy, no. Thomas Delorme, no. Ray Beltran, no. Gamboa, we know he too little, so we can't even put him in a conversation. Who did Crawford beat? Are you? Yeah, I'm serious. Who the fuck did he beat? Who did he beat? Who did he beat? Undango? Ooh, Undango beating Jeff Horn? Absolutely not. I'm just saying, who the fuck did he beat? Ray Beltran, Ricky Burns, Gamboa, Delorme, Derry John, Hank Lundy, Felix Diaz, John Molina. Broner beat John Molina. I mean, shit, who did he beat? Who was the A or B fighter that he beat? Who was the fighter that he beat that would beat Jeff Horn? Jeff Horn actually presents something that Terrence Crawford hasn't faced with 8-ounce gloves in a professional. He presents a tough, rugged, awkward, angled fighter that's a good puncher. Do I expect Crawford to dominate him? Yeah, but I don't think he's going to walk through him. Walk through him implies that this is a 2 or 3 or 4 round fight. I think Horn is going to drag him to 8-9. It's going to be a tough fight. I expect Crawford to beat him, though. You know, handily. But I don't see he's going to walk through Jeff Horn. I don't think so. I like Jeff Horn. You know, and I had to give Crawford, but Crawford hasn't been introduced to the A level of boxing. And is there an A level of boxing at 147? What's up, my boy Santi Warden? The bottom line, SW, that's my homie. He was up early, 5 in the morning the other day, like some shit like that. I was on the way to work, caught his live stream. You know, good brother, good brother. But like I said, who's Crawford beating? He ain't beating an A-level fighter. And I don't want to hear y'all switch sides of Jeff Horn, land some shit and drop him or hurt him a little bit. Jeff Horn gonna test him. I think Jeff Horn is a perfect opponent for him right now. But I know he's gonna bring the belt back home. I like Crawford. You know, a lot of people don't want to see Crawford and Spence fight. You know, fuck that. I want to see that shit, man. I'm flying out to there. I'll be out in New York this weekend for Broner and Vargas. So if you're gonna be out there, we can meet up, chop it up. I'll be the Garment District, Times Square, Brooklyn, Queens. That's where I'll be at this weekend. That's where I'll be at. So best way to get in touch with me is on the Facebook at the same name as the page. Like I said, if he beats Spence, it'd be a good fight. You know, I'm not saying that he will or won't beat Spence. I'm just saying I just need to take a wait and see approach to see how he boxes and how he looks versus Jeff Horn. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, I mean, Matisse was, man. Matisse, I'm gonna tell you this. This dude says Crawford beat Victor Postal, who beat Matisse. After Matisse and Danny fought, both of them fighters was never the same. Danny's still not the same fighter he was going into Matisse fight. Matisse never was the same fighter. So, I mean, you could say he beat Postal. What has Postal done since? Postal ran from Regis Progress. Postal, I never held Postal in high regards. I thought he would get Danny Garcia a good fight, though. I really did. Danny Garcia did pay to duck him. But Postal was never nothing special to me. But it's a good fight. Yeah, I got him at number 1. I do. But like I said, my pound for pound ranking is vacant. Then I go down the list because I don't see it. When you're the pound for pound fighter of the world, I see you as the face of boxing. And boxing has no face right now. It has no face. And when I say a face, not the face of the UK, Australia, Antarctica, it has no face. Spence beat Kell Brook. Who want to fight Spence? Honestly, who do? Who wants to fight Spence? Lamar Peterson grabbed his balls and fought him. Old ass Peterson that was at 140 fought Earl Spence. He did. He fought him. He didn't shy away from it. Kell Brook want a rematch. Kell Brook wants some more. But Keith Thurman don't want none at all. It's like you going down a buffet and they give you all the food. Oh no, I want no fried chicken. I want that macaroni and cheese. Oh no, grandma, I don't want that peach cobbler you make every year that everybody eat up. You know what I'm saying? So you bringing that is irrelevant. You didn't, but he didn't unify with 35. Didn't he fight Garcia? Didn't. The reason why he didn't fight, if you're talking about Crawford, he didn't fight Garcia because Garcia was on the shelf and Linares was still building his career up after DeMarco knocked his ass out. So obviously Broner would have fought Jorge Linares as well, but DeMarco knocked him out. So I think Linares went back to Japan and rebuilt his career. So that's I can't hold that against Terrence Crawford. And look here, what Lomachenko hasn't unified in none of the weight classes he's been out so far. So he hasn't. That's Bob Arum. The reason that Crawford didn't unify 135. But 135 been weak so long though. 135 been weak a long time. I can't remember when that was a hotbed for boxing. It's been weak a long time. Since Brandon Rios beat Anthony Peterson, that division has been very, very weak. Because it had Miguel Vasquez, it had Richard Abreu. It don't have that much pizzazz. I'm sorry. And I'm on here almost an hour and I told you guys I wasn't gonna be here an hour. Spence beat Brook in a battle. Yep, two most dug welterweights. 1, 2. There's no excuses. He could have unified at 35. I'm gonna say he couldn't. I don't know who's the champion at 35. I'll see. I should have brought my work laptop down here. I don't know who's the champion, but he could have. But it is what it is. I'm not mad he didn't unify at 35. I'm not holding it against him. What up, brother? What we got? Jose Benavidez was aggressively calling out Crawford at 140. He was a mandatory now. He wants him at 47. I don't know about that, but about Jose, I know about the little spat they had. He got shot, so he got to build his strength back up, man. But for Crawford, good fighter. Let's just take a wait and see approach. Let's stop assuming that this guy's going to be the Messiah at 147. Let's see what he do at 47. He looks Super Saiyan Goku and Dragon Ball Super, whatever the fuck they call it now. Okay, then I can say he might fuck Earl up. I can't give you a definitive answer. I can give you a definitive answer about Keith Thurman. That motherfucker's a joke. We could talk all shit all day about Anthony Joshua, but nothing takes the cake like Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman just fucking bothers my nerves, and I like the guy. I thought I was on the Keith Thurman one time bandwagon for a long time. He's chopping up with his trainers. My boys get interviews with him, all types of shit. I fuck with Keith Thurman. But what he doing right now? Just retired, dog. You know what I'm saying? Or move up, man. He didn't want to fight Kell Brook. He ain't trying to fight nobody. At the end of the day, Thurman ducking everybody. It's Thurman versus boxing right now. If you want to say it, that's who fought him. Lamont Peterson did fight him. Lamont Peterson beat Derek Jean, but you give him Crawford credit for beating Derek Jean, right? Yeah. Well, who has Crawford beat that'll beat Kell Brook? Please ask me, who has Crawford beat that will beat Kell Brook? I answer again. Who has Crawford beat that'll beat Kell Brook? Even that version of Kell Brook was tough. Who? Victor Postal ain't beat no Kell Brook. Not even right now. Victor Postal can't even get... Victor Postal's scared to get back in the ring. His return, he got dropped about 3 or 4 times and he counted 1 or 2 knockdowns. I bet a lot of y'all didn't know he returned the same night as Canelo Triple G. I keep asking you that. Who is Chance Crawford beat that's gonna beat Kell Brook? Yeah, the Jello pudding pop. You get the answer to the question. I like stumping boxing fans, man. I don't debate as much on open threads as I used to, but yeah. Usually when I stump motherfuckers, they get the name called and shit, and I know I won. No one Crawford beat Kell Brook. Yeah, I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm just saying. But I'm not telling you that Crawford won't step up and dominate the division. I just say I want to take a wait and see approach. And what's funny about it though, yeah, he did. But if you heard about his last performance, it's understandable for Postal Duck and Progress. He didn't look good. He got dropped by undefeated journey. Well, I ain't gonna say undefeated prospect, like 3 or 4 times, but he only counted 2 knockdowns. But for the simple fact, like I said, we just wait about Crawford, man. We can just wait. Oh, Josh Taylor, man, that's my boy. You know, that's one Scottish guy I ride with. But yeah, it's not effective. But I'm just saying though, you know, what better grade fighter has he beat than Kell Brook? None. This is his ultimate test right here. You know, I like Crawford. I like Spence. You know, I like Danny. I was a big Danny fan at one point. I was the Nestor Gibbs bandwagon. What's up? What's going on, Mr. McCarthy? You know, I just want to see him fight, though. I don't care, man. I just want to see him fight. We want to go out and see him fight. We taking the boxing clinic on the road. All the donations is paid in. All the super chats is paid in. Like I said, we be in Brooklyn Saturday. We'll be in New York Friday. We going out there, God willing. Everything goes right. I'll be flying out there. You think Crawford will beat Danny? Fuck yeah, he beat the shit out of Danny. I don't need to see him about that one. Crawford could just do what he did versus Postal and beat Danny. Danny can't cut the ring off. That's simple. But you know, if I'm in on this, if I'm Crawford, I beat Jeff Horn, and I try to break the ice with PBC. You know, and I always thought about this. Like, if they really wanted to break the ice, I always thought they should did a PBC versus Top Rank. At the time was a PBC versus Golden Boy card. You know, I really thought they should have did that. You know, you have three televised fights. And you can do a back-to-back card, you know. You can have 3 fights on whatever, you know, Premier Boxing Champion, 3 fights on ESPN now. You know, you got a main event. You can have, let's say, Earl and Terrence in there. Your mid fight could have been you know, Gufic and Marcus Brown. You have a lower fight with Valdez and Frampton or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Then you got another card with Lomachenko and Tank. Then you could have 2 more fights on there. You could have Danny versus whoever the fuck, you know, they got, the little Russian guy they got. You could have had you know, you could have anything. Ramirez versus Benavidez, they could do that. You know, they gotta work together to make boxing great. Maybe Josh Kelly with 2 cents. Yeah, Josh Kelly look good, I heard. What's going on, Brooklyn Boxing Talk? I see you working. You say the video Dylan White put out about water. No, I don't take Dylan White serious, man. I just don't. He's a solid fighter. I thought he was gonna be better than what he was. I thought the first Joshua fight, I think the shoulder injury kind of set him back a little bit. You know, all the shoulders is made up of really small bones, so it take a while for them to heal. I think he might have came back too fast, like DeGale did, in my opinion. But I thought he was gonna be a world champion. You couldn't tell me Dylan White wasn't gonna be a world champion in his division, but he just didn't build off the Anthony Joshua win. It's like it kind of destroyed him a little bit. Also, Gary Russell versus Jojo Diaz, MGM Harbor Bay, down there in DC. It's going down May 19th. It's going to be a 2 televised split main event. You know, Russell and Diaz, and then Badou Jack taking on Stevenson on the other one. It's going to be on the same television card, just 2 different sites. And Badou Jack and Adonis Stevenson cannot happen until Eddie Alvarez step aside and get paid. And if he don't get paid, the fight not going to happen. They can't promote it until Eddie Alvarez get paid. So that's why you have no promotion about the fight, or no promos about the fight. I heard Usyk is coming to heavyweight division. Yup, him and Gasly. Yup, they fight for undisputed. They both moving up. I like Gasly a lot. Usyk is too amateurish for the heavyweight division. He gonna have to change some of his amateurish ways and make an adjustment. What's good? Much love from Coney Island, Brooklyn. I'll be in Brooklyn this weekend, Ruben. The Barclays Center. You know, I take the 7 to the N train. to the Atlantic City, Brooklyn, whatever the fuck they say. That little stop right in front of the Brooklyn Barclays Center. So I already know my route. Well, I take I take the 7, Queen Plaza, in train all the way to the Brooklyn Barclays Center. Hopefully that work out. I caught the train before in New York. Mom's from the Bronx, so a little bit familiar with the area. Atlantic Avenue. There we go. Yeah, man. You know, they say you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. I'm gonna tell you something. You make it in Detroit, you can make it anywhere. This place is it's crazy as fuck, man. I'm ready to get out of here and move down south. But like I said, I appreciate you guys. I stayed on here a whole fucking hour, dog. I wasn't supposed to. I left the dog outside in the freezing rain a whole fucking hour. He probably gonna try to fucking eat me up when I come back. I had doggy treats, but I appreciate y'all for rocking out with us. Like I said, I'm doing my last Wilder Joshua video tonight for a while. Keep the heat coming. You up there, bro. We're real. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm trying. Once again, go subscribe to Brooklyn Boxing Talk. Brooklyn Boxing Talk. When I first searched this channel, I cannot fucking find it, bro. So when the live chat replay, you can click on his name and go there. He probably listed now. So it's Brooklyn Boxing Talk. He do good shit. The bottom line, SW, my boy Sandy Warden. He do excellent shit. You know, Money Brown TV. He do real good shit. We all do really, really good shit. I don't fuck with channels that don't do really, really good shit. You know, we do really, really good talk. So we gone.